and good evening and a happy Tuesday to you. I am here, I'm back, I'm live. And last week I was only on for 20 minutes. This week you are going to have me for at least an hour. So I'm going to be here for quite a little while, yeah. So we've got a few bits to go through tonight. I've got obviously some cards, going to do some card readings. I do have 2 decks of cards that I'm going to use this evening because I have got my usual Silver Witchcraft tarot deck. And if you've been eyeballing me on my groups and whatnot and on the page and my Instagram, I've got a new deck of Oracle cards as well. Tanya, you're on. Good evening, lovely. How are you doing? Anyone else that's on, drop me a hello. Catherine, hello, beautiful. How are you? So if you're watching and you haven't yet spied, something quite big happened today. And I feel a little bit sad about it, but I do feel kind of I'm like, but yeah, I had about 5 to 6 inches off of my hair. So my hair is like to here, and I've had all of this off. So I'm kind of like, oh, but I like it. I really do. But it's just, you know, when you play with your hair and you're like this, and I'm kind of going like this, and I'm like, there's no hair down there. So I'm still getting used to it, but I do like it, and it did need a good chop. And I'm going to go into a bit more on that, actually, kind of from a spiritual and well-being point of view, which I'll chat to you about shortly. So a few of you coming on. Eileen, hello, lovely. How are you doing? Laura, how are you? I'm very well. I hope you are too. Jen, you're on. Hello, Jen. Ruth, you're here. Oh, Tanya, bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I thought I may as well jazz myself up a little bit. I've got my new haircut, so I was like, I'll make an effort. I'll make a little extra effort. And this dress, I don't know, I'm kind of popping out of it a little bit, to be honest. I haven't worn this dress for a few years, and I think, if I'm being completely honest, last time I wore it, I wasn't as big up top. So I'm trying to, if I do bust out, girls, you can be my spotters. Just like send me like a wink emoji, just in case. But hopefully they will remain hidden and where they are. So, oh, Laura, thank you very much. Yeah, it needed a good old chop. It was very dead on the ends, and I've just kind of either had a tiny trim here and there, or I've just not had a cut at all, and I just had colour. And obviously, normally I have the real orange on there. I do need to like re-dye some bits, but it has made it more vibrant on the ends. But next time I'm going to go for some highlights to really get it back orange again. So then my whole head is going to be like a light bulb glowing. But yeah, it feels a lot healthier. It feels a lot thicker. So yeah, I'll just have to get used to it. So yeah, let me know how you're doing. If you've been keeping an eye on the page lately, any posts that I've been putting up. I have been putting a lot of movie kind of posts on there. So let me know if you spied any of them. If you have, let me know which ones were your favorite. Yes, Jen, let me know if the girls are trying to escape. You girls have got my back. Pat, you're on. How are you doing, lovely lady? How are you? So yeah, lots of exciting stuff going on. So last week I ran my Create a Spark challenge, which went really well. I had lots of amazing women in it, and I was actually quite overwhelmed at kind of everyone getting going, and that's led into my Phoenix Rising mentorship, which applications are still open until Friday. So if you are a woman out there with an intuitive, holistic, or spiritual focused business, then you can apply for my Phoenix Rising mentorship. But yeah, going into that, then I got my new deck of cards. I also got the journal to go with it, and I got the Moonology journal as well for next year, which I'm so excited about. However, my best friend did buy it for me for Christmas, and I put a picture of the one that I bought for myself on Instagram, and she was just like, well, that's your present going back then. So moral of the story is, don't buy stuff for myself close to Christmas. Whoops. But these cards, honestly, so these are the Oracle of the 7 Energies by Colette Baron-Reid. And I cannot tell you how beautiful, how amazing these cards are. I've had my eye on them for quite some time, and actually I've got the journal right there. And they're so nice, but I wanted to make sure I could get the journal and the cards together. But obviously they're quite pricey. That's the journal there. It's actually really, really lovely. It goes through all the 7 energies bits, but then you've actually got quite a lot of pages in there that are just kind of blank for journaling and putting your notes and whatnot on there. So looking at these cards, so as I was saying, I've seen them online and I kept being really pulled to them. And the number 7, I'm always really drawn to the number 7. And you'll notice in my pricing, there's a lot of 7s in my pricing of things. And 7 is generally like a big number that kind of happens in my life. But then there's a lot of 7s in the life. Obviously, there's the 7 days of the week. And then if you're referring to the Bible, God created the world in 6 days and he rested on the 7th day. There's 7's like a really strong number in Buddhism. I think there's links to like Chinese history. There's a lot of shit going down with the number 7, if we're being honest here. So yeah, I was really tied into them. And then it was last week, if you caught me on my live last week, I was only on very, very briefly, but literally I took them out of the pack. And I think it was Jen, I think you got the first ever pull from the deck. And I can't tell you how, like, they just feel like electric in my hands. I can't even explain it to you. It just feels like, you know, when you touch static and you can just feel it. That's how it feels. Chandler, your birthday is the 7th. Oh, what month? Let me know what the 7th of which month. 7 is like 7's class is a very lucky number. Actually, I can read to you from here. I'm not going to do like read the whole thing because then you'll be sat there for ages and you'll be a bit bored. But it does say in here, actually, going into the 7s and a little history on it. Yeah, so it's a very sacred number, great significance in multiple cultures and belief systems throughout history. In many countries, folklore maintains that the 7th son of the 7th son will have magical powers. The Christian Bible, yeah, it goes through the Bible, goes through Hinduism, and it talks about a lot of stuff, actually, that the number 7 relates to, and it's like it says, it's a very sacred number, and it goes into Judaism as well, and obviously the 7 can't put my teeth in 7 chakras, obviously, which is a big reason as well why I bought them, because they do focus on the chakras there. So I was really into it. Oh, 7th of August, that's my mum and dad's anniversary as well. Ooh. And I'm an August, but you will be a Leo, whereas I'm a Virgo. Well, thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I'm just getting used to it. You'll notice tonight I'll start to go back and play with my hair and it won't be there. So a few things to get through tonight. Not like a kind of, that sounded really official then, didn't it? But I'll be doing some card readings. I will be chatting to you about some of my recent posts about kind of the movie themes. And actually, that is something that I was going to ask you. Like, what is your favorite movie? Let me know what your favorite movie is, and or your favorite actor or actress as well. But favorite movie, because if you have been, let's create a banner for that. What's your favorite movie? There we go. We'll make that a little ticker across the bottom. Oh, there we go. Fabulous. So yeah, if you've seen, I think there's a post on there. There was one put on there about 13 going on 30 and The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, 2 of my favorite films. There's also one about Weird Science. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Weird Science. Oh, love Weird Science. And then there's another post on Footloose, which is like, I'm loving that one, and I am going to go back into that one and tell you about that one. And there was one on The Notebook as well, and I've got actually one coming out on The Lorax. So Jen says Sean Connery, he was my star crush for years. Oh, I love Sean Connery, bless his soul. Laura says Twilight, I've watched it over and over again. Do you know, actually, I have to shamelessly admit that I've never watched Twilight. And that may be hard to swallow. I've never watched Twilight, and I've never watched Game of Thrones either. Tanya, Crank 2. Do you know, have I seen Crank 2? I might have done. I've definitely seen Crank 1. That is, yeah. Pretty Woman. Yes. Yes, I love Pretty Woman. Love it. Pat says Dirty Dancing or Ghost, Patrick Swayze. Yes. Oh, love Patrick Swayze. And Roadhouse as well. Oh, love Roadhouse. Ruth's another one for Ghost. Rebecca, you're on, lovely. How are you doing? Laura says my wedding had bits of Twilight in it. Oh, lovely. Do you know, if if I get married, I would have a very kind of celestial, twinkly stars and lots of natural elements to it. But I would have to have some little Harry Potter bits going in there. And oh, there we go. Jen's on Harry Potter as well, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, so I've got a thing about, you know, the line where it's kind of after all this time, and then Snape's like, always. That is just like, I would have that on our wedding table. And I've seen a little necklace on Etsy, actually. Someone does it, little pendants with the bits out of books. There's quite a few of them, but they do have the Harry Potter ones. Glad to hear you're all right, Becca. I'm very, very well. A lot better than the last time I tried to do a full-on live. I kind of crashed and burned on that one, I think. So that was a... saying that, I was on for not too long, but then, yeah, that was... If you watched me on that live, I felt like absolute crap. Like real squashed poop on that one. I started off not too bad, and then I kind of just... kind of mushed into a ball of meh. And yeah, I had a really, really horrible flare up with my fibro, and kind of it was really on off. I'm still kind of a bit up and down at the minute, but as well as it can go. I'm not too bad just now. Oh, Aisha, you're on. I've not seen you for ages. How are you doing? Right, there we go. Oh, so lots of I do actually, I think looking at some of these posts, some of the comments here, I will have to do a post about Ghost. I think definitely. I think Ghost seems to be one of the popular ones, but keep letting me know what your favorite movie is. But without further ado, let me pull some cards. So do let me know in the comments if you would like Oracle or if you would like Tarot. Okay, so let me know what you're feeling in the comments, and I will pull. Obviously, I'll try and do as many as I can, but sometimes the comments do come up quick. So please do feel free to ask more than once if I don't pull your name out. But obviously, let's keep it polite. And before any of them hop on, if we do get a spammer commenting on here saying inbox me for accurate future reading or whatever crap they like to say, just, yeah, report them and I will get on the case and I will block them and kick their ass out. So, oh, thank you very much. So there we go. We should catch up. We should indeed. Right, Jen, for you, let's go. Right, I'm holding these in my hand already, so I'm going to pull for you. Let's do a big... Okay. Ooh. Okay, so you've got healing the heart. But actually, and I can feel it as well, I'm very drawn to the right girl here. It looks like it's left on screen, but this is actually my right hand. But drawn to the girls, I'm drawn to the right one. And healing the heart, I feel like here, again, I'm very drawn to like your health. However, I'm also drawn to like what you're putting into your body by way of food or nutrition. And there's some sort of grains or herbs or something that's kind of in there, and I feel like although you're never going to be able to heal yourself, what I am getting here is that there's kind of some remedies that you can make yourself, or kind of homemade remedies or things like that. I feel like will really kind of help you, and it's not just the remedy itself, but I think the making and the preparing of the remedy. And I know this is something that I've spoken to you about before, about kind of that hedge witchery and growing your own things. And I feel like this kind of this healing the heart card here, that ties in there, because I feel like you're not just healing your physical body, but it's also going to be very healing for your emotional and also your kind of your spiritual self. Because I really feel like in here there's a lot of love goes into it, and I feel as well there's kind of like an ancestral vibe here about perhaps someone that's kind of come before you in your family, that they've done something very, very similar. But that healing of the heart, definitely kind of growing your own, making your own, and turning towards natural remedies as well as any prescriptions you may be on, because obviously I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, but would definitely recommend adding in some traditional medicines or remedies into what you're doing for yourself. So having a look here, I am trying to Trying to have a look. Right, Ruth, you were first. Right, you've gone for tarot. Let's pull the tarot up and see what they want to tell you. Okay. Let's have a look and see. Oh, I nearly dropped the whole pack then. It's very jumpy tonight. Okay. Whew. Let's have a look. Okie dokie. Right, Ruth, you have got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, this one's telling me, I feel like I need to pull another card. Let's have a, okay, so you've got this one here. So looking at things here where finances are concerned, but more so in the way of spending and kind of what you're spending your money on. And I'm feeling almost as if there's a plan being put in place or it's been spoken about between you and someone else. And I'm not feeling like your heart's completely in it. It's not entirely what you want to do. And I feel like you're maybe kind of forced to compromise for some reason. And whether it's moving on to somewhere or spending money on going somewhere, I don't know whether it's a holiday or actually there's kind of a travel of some sort involved. But I just feel like there's a disagreement between you and someone else. And this is basically saying to you, don't just go along with it just because, or because it's cheaper or because they think it's better. Because here it's kind of, you don't really need to make that compromise. And I know I was only going to pull one, but I feel like I just need to pull one more just to have a clearer picture. Okay, so you've got the Ace of Swords. Again, with this one, I'm getting this kind of a decision. And it's almost like a transition of kind of moving from one place to another. So whether that is kind of involving like home and work together from you kind of moving from one to another, but actually rather than just trying to please people, sit and think about what do you want, okay? And I'm going back to the notebook again, but like what do you want? Not what do you think would please other people, or not what would be easier for you, or not kind of what do you think they would like you to do? What do you want? And whether that's work, money, home life, anything, I think it's about time, Ruth, that you do start putting yourself first, because it looks to me that you've done too many compromises and you've almost kind of ended up a bit shit out because you've done all this stuff for other people, or you've kind of taken a step back so other people can take that step. And I just kind of feel like it's your time now. It's your time to have something that you want, or to feel like you've made a decision that you've had more say so in. So hopefully this is making sense to you. If it doesn't quite yet, then I'm really keen to say what we know, December, January, by about February time, if any kind of big decisions are coming up, I feel like you need to kind of do more, have more involvement about you, your feelings and your thoughts, rather than just kind of going with the flow to keep people happy, because otherwise you're going to be the one that's not happy, and then that's not fair on you. So that is for you, my lovely. Let's have a look. So I am going to skim and see, because there's a lot of them that have come up. Okay, right, Kelly, you would like an oracle. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, Jan, you're on. Hello, Jan. How are you doing? Okay. Ooh. Okay, right, Kelly, for you, I've pulled this one, which is Divine Matrix. Looking at this one here, I feel like there's more to be discovered, and I feel like this is kind of going more into you and you personally. I feel like there's a lot more to you than meets the eye, because I think at first glance people have this kind of this perception of you, or they kind of really seem to think that you're kind of one way or another. Oh, Jen, that's all right. Enjoy your dinner. Take care. And you have a Merry Christmas too, my lovely. So yeah, Kelly, looking at this one, I just feel like sort of you're underestimated quite a lot of the time. And actually, kind of beneath your exterior, there is a lot in there. And whether you know it or not, I do feel like you have a lot of kind of intuition work and energy work, and kind of that a quality of a light worker within you, whether you know this or not already. But I do feel like it's kind of, there's something that's starting to really rise in you, but it almost feels like there's a bit of a whirlpool that's kind of swishing around and it's in there, but it's kind of, you don't know which way is up with it. But I think aside from the kind of the spiritual and the intuitive side, I also feel like kind of knowledge wise and kind of, I suppose, academically, I feel like you hold a lot of knowledge within, and people, again, they underestimate you on that one, and they shouldn't, because I feel like you are really, really a force to be reckoned with on this one. And what I'm seeing for you here is really picking up on the solar plexus chakra and the throat chakra, which is kind of saying have the confidence to kind of speak your truth, to kind of say what you know. Don't feel like you have to be a certain way just because that's what people expect from you, or that's how people see you. Because I feel like there's a lot within you that would maybe surprise people, but you just need to have the confidence to put up and like kind of put that out there and be like, actually, I'm not like that. I'm actually really good at this, or I know a lot about this, and not like in a pompous, like kind of way. But I think there's more to you than you give yourself credit for, and it's about time people started seeing like the real you that's inside there. And also for you to kind of have that real confidence in yourself and in your knowledge, and to know that you are more than what some people just paint you as. But that's for you, lovely, that Divine Matrix card. Who else do we have? Oh, Ruth can totally understand that card. You are very, very welcome, my lovely. Belinda, you're on. How are you doing? Right. Let's have a look, see who can pull. Again, if I don't pull you to begin with, please do just comment again. Right, Rebecca, I'm going to go for you, and I'm with the Oracle cards on this one, so I'm going to give them a shuffle, and I will pull for you. Okay. There we go. Scroll down a minute. Okay, right. Right, I really feel like I need to pull two for you here, lovely. Okay, I'll pull that one and that one. Right, let's have a look at what we've got. Okay. So the two cards you've got there, you've got Roots of Abundance and Spirit of Gratitude there. So looking at the first one, I feel like it's really time for you to kind of settle down, and I'm more in tune with, because I can see a key here, and I feel like in terms of like your house and where you are, I feel like you really need to set some roots down into kind of your living arrangements, where your home is, and really kind of decide where is home, where are you going to stay. Because I feel like looking at this one, there's been lots of different kind of pathways here, and there's kind of lots of things stemming off and lots going on. But I feel like to have this secure home life where you know you're going to be stuck there in a good way, and you can build around that, because I feel like for you, uncertainty kind of brings about a bit too much chaos, whereas looking here, I feel kind of you need more stability, but in a way that's going to kind of light you up. And I feel like for you, I keep saying I feel, and it's really irritating me, and I'm sorry, but home wise, I'm going to go into this one as well. Home wise, you need to go for somewhere that genuinely, and I'm going to say the word feel, but that feels right for you. Because again, similar to what I said to Ruth, there's a lot of things that you can think, right, is that going to suit so-and-so? Is that going to kind of please them? Is it going to do well for them? But I think from your point of view, you really need to look at where you feel safe, where you feel comfortable, and where you feel that you can put down your roots. Because at this one here, what I'm seeing is you need to be somewhere as well where you do have a good support network, where you've got that kind of that element of communication with other people. But again, I'm seeing here, similar to what I just said to Kelly, about there's more to the picture. But this case for you, it's more so in communication. And I feel like there's a lot more that you can be saying to other people, and kind of speaking up and kind of using your voice to kind of make those bonds, and to kind of really be in tune with other people around you. Because looking at this one, I feel like there is a lot of people around you that socially you would bond really well with, but for some reason you're kind of almost like streamlined focus with those blinkers on. But just kind of trying to look more into the details of this one. Yeah, but home life, I feel almost a conflict here, and I feel it's kind of like between where you want to be and where family want you to be. But again, you need to go to where makes you happy on that one. This one was Spirit of Gratitude, though. This one, what I would say to you is someone who's trying to tell you something is maybe not using the words to tell you. So with this one, I think it's kind of listening to what is not being said and taking in things on more of a subconscious level, or more of a level where, I'm trying to think, it's kind of looking at what's not being said rather than what is being said, and listening to, picking up on social cues and things like that. Because this one, things could be in more harmony, and it's kind of, I've got this feeling that you're kind of like saying, oh, I can't help you if you don't tell me. But then it's almost like a vicious circle, because they're almost telling you without words telling you, but you can't understand it without the words. So this one's just kind of saying, allow yourself to just kind of connect in on a deeper level, and just kind of look at actions and expressions and more things kind of on a higher, deeper level than just words themselves. But with this one, I feel like that would kind of really harmonize home life as well, because within the home, I'm picking up on so much love there, but again, I just feel lots of chaos, and that things need to be grounded and really rooted down for you all to kind of progress forward on there. Oh, bless you. Totally agree. Oh, fab. Oh, bless you, lovely. So glad they make sense for you, but just again, similar to what I've said to the other ladies, go for what works for you, and everything else will fall into place. It's not being selfish, because at the end of the day, we have to sometimes put number one first, because if we are kind of giving so much of ourselves to other people, you need to make sure that you're okay in the first place to be able to do that. So Alexandria, you're on. Meg, you're on. How are you doing? Let's have a look. Trudy, hello. Oh, I like your duck. Oh, Trudy's got a duck. Right, okay, I'm trying to go back through comments here. But again, if you I can't speak, I've got dry mouth. If I have missed you off, please do just feel free to comment again. Let's pull for, okay, I'm going to do like a spin of the wheel. I'm going to scroll and then see what happens. You haven't missed me, Laura. I'm still here. Don't worry. And you need to give me a message, because we still need to get you booked in for your session, because we haven't done it yet, have we? And I keep thinking about you in a non-creepy kind of way. And you need to, yeah, we'll get you booked in. Maybe not this side of Christmas, but definitely for January we will. Definitely will. Oh, Trudy. Oh, it's Patrick. Oh my goodness. So tell me more about Patrick. Is he a pet duck? Is he just a friend duck? Let me know. I'm intrigued to know even more about Patrick. Right, okay, let's have a look for cards. Let's see. I'm going to take that banner off for a minute, because it's a bit weird. There we go. Right, I've put that up now, so let's see how long it takes me to get a spammer on here offering your free guidance readings. There you go, Kelly. I get this all the time. People think I'm real harsh face. There we go. So I think people misjudge you a lot, Kelly. And like I said, there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. Let's have a, all right, Belinda, I'm really drawn to you, and I'm going to go in for the tarot this time for you. Okay. Oh, all right, let's, oh, he likes to come indoors and watch TV. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh, I need a duck. I need a duck in my life. Actually, I'll tell you what I do need in my life, a Highland cow. And I've decided it's it's on my bucket list to buy a little plot of land and have a Highland cow, maybe two. But oh, I just love it. And I seen someone had tagged me in a post that someone was selling them, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need a cow. But the time is not right. Actually, that's another one. Let me know in the comments, what animals are you like that's not a cat or a dog. Let me know what animals you're like really, really loving. So Belinda, for you, lovely, you've got the Star in reverse and you have got Justice. I want to go back to November for this one, so back to last month. And I feel like perhaps something unexpected has come about, and especially looking at this one, by ways of people around you, I feel like someone is trying to kind of bring you down to their level on a negative kind of way. And what I want to say to you is, don't fall for the bait, okay? They're trying to bait you up, and they are trying to kind of bring you down to your level. So then things kind of play into their hands, and we do not want that to happen. But looking at this one, Justice, again, I feel like someone is being very deceptive of you at the minute, and kind of, excuse the expression, but I feel like they're almost kind of blowing smoke up your ass a little bit and telling you all these lovely things, and you're maybe thinking, oh, okay, they've changed then, and maybe they're not as bad as I thought they were. But I do feel like this person has a hidden agenda, so just be very, very careful with yourself. I'm also like pulling in the heart chakra here, and I feel like there's kind of, you're a very compassionate person, and I feel again that you're almost in your head, you're like, oh, maybe I should forgive them, I should kind of give them a chance. But just be very, very wary on this one, because I genuinely, I don't want you to get hurt. And I think you probably know who I'm talking about on this one. I don't know who I'm talking about, but I feel like you do. But yeah, just kind of stand your ground on this one, and don't fall for anyone's crap. Okay, you've stood up to them before, and you can stand up to them again. Okay, you are a strong, powerful woman, and you know what you're doing. Okay, so never doubt yourself, even if they tell you that kind of, I feel like they're a bit of a mind games kind of person, so don't fall for it. Okay, because you're better than that, and you are stronger than that. Oh, lots of love for chickens. Lots and lots of love for the chickens. Oh, Rebecca's got chickens as well. Oh, wow. Lots of people on the chickens. Tanya would love to live on a farm. Do you know, my house is actually, it's classed as a farmhouse. I've got a farm address, but I don't actually live on a farm. So the house that I live in technically would be like the old milker's house. But because the farmer that we rent our house from doesn't have any dairy cows anymore, he doesn't need a milker. So now we live in the house. I'm certainly not a milker. But no, it's a lovely house. We've been here for 5 years now, and it's really, really nice. And I plan to stay here for quite some time. So hopefully they'll have us for some longer, until the day I can actually build my home and have a plot of land big enough to have my Highland cow there as well. So that would be, oh, I'd love it. Oh, Kelly's just had to rehome her tortoise. Oh no. Did you know, I'm not a reptile person, if I'm honest. I know, is a tortoise a reptile, or are they an amphibian? Let me know. I'm intrigued on that one. I should know this really, but yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you one that I'm not. Bearded dragons. Anything scaly is a no from me, I'm afraid. Nothing scaly. So Belinda, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You got rid of it earlier. This good. Okay, so they may come kind of creeping back. So just be really careful. Rebecca, they're cheeky. Think Sharon's gonna try to do what you're eating. Oh, I really need to get the chickens. That is. Oh, I need to spend some more. Do you know, there's so many people around me in the village that do have chickens, and out the back of our house is quite a big bit of land to one side, and people had moved in kind of beginning of the year and had bought the house and the land there, and they've got horses. Apparently they have alpacas, but I've yet to see them. But they've actually got, from what I've been told, it's like a bird sanctuary, and they take in birds that have been mistreated. It seems to be like kind of poultry birds. So there's like turkeys, chickens, there's geese there. And oh, it's funny. Every time me and the kids go up to the car, there's like a turkey there gobbling at us, and it's pretty funny and hilarious. Pat says yes, tortoise is a reptile. Kelly doesn't like them. Do you know what I don't like about that? I've been in people's houses, and you know when they let them out with the, is it a Viv? And they just like scarper across the floor. Not for me. Not for me, I'm afraid. I would, do you know what I would absolutely love? I would love to hand rear a little baby fox. And like, you know, like the old lady off of Fox and the Hound. I'd love to have a little Todd. Oh, I'd love a little fox. And fox is my spirit animal as well. So yeah, Aisha doesn't like birds. So talking about where I live, actually, Aisha came round to mine. We did a late Christmas with the girls one year. And I give Aisha my address, and sometimes it's really difficult to find my house, even though it's on the main road. But it can be really difficult, and it sometimes sends people to kind of a house of a similar address, but it's a very big house. Aisha, I don't know if you're like awkwardly sat there. So we're kind of like all sat here. We're like, where is she? Like, should have all been here. And then she kind of, I have to direct her from where she is. And then she turns up and she's just absolutely mortified. And she turns up with a little gift bag and she comes. And she'd gone to this house, like down this driveway, like full of chickens. And Aisha doesn't do any birds, doesn't do birds. So walk past all these chickens. And like from her story, she's like, didn't know you had chickens. And this really grumpy looking old man answered the door, and it was definitely not my house. So Aisha tells the story a lot better than I do, but honestly, we had a good giggle at that one. We had a really good giggle. It was hilarious. Ryan's not a fan of the rabbits. Oh, I don't know. I don't like the ones that kind of stand by the side of the road and they glare at you with the glowing eyes. And I find that a bit creepy. Megan would like a fox. I'd love to be like a little old lady with a little tot. Trudy would love a bird called Morph. Oh, yes. Oh, Harpreet, thank you very much. Trudy is a massive. Oh, that would creep me out a little bit, but yes. Ugh. Well, I'm sure it is there for a very, very good reason. There you go. Aisha was absolutely mortified. Oh, that was so funny. It was hilarious. Belinda, the passion toolbar is no longer welcome into my universe. Good. And that's the way it should stay, because kind of there needs to be that wedge there, because I feel like the more you give, the more they will take, and nothing. It just needs to be a kind of a cut off. How do you know what your spirit animal is? It depends, really. That could be kind of you feel a really strong tie to a particular animal. You could kind of find it in meditation. Actually, I do have Meet Your Spirit Guide meditation, and I'm planning on channeling and writing Connect with Your Spirit Animal meditation, which is really exciting. So that will be coming early part of next year, which is really, really hard. So, but yeah, there's lots of different ways. Sometimes you can just kind of meditate on it and see what comes to you. But a lot of time there's like an animal that will really strongly resonate with you for one reason or another, or maybe it doesn't kind of have a reason at all. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, how other people, how do you find your spirit animal? Because for me, for mine with the fox, it's kind of, it was a recurring theme. And actually, funnily enough, it goes back kind of to a surname in my family, which had my parents not remarried and had my parents not remarried, my blood surname would actually be Fox, which is very strange. And then obviously the red hair, and then the fox like physically often comes to me out and about and kind of saves my life, which seems a bit far-fetched, but generally, yeah, it is. Yeah, there you go. Belinda knows. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Trudy met hers through a meditation as well. Oh my God, Kelly, do you know, I used to do that too. I still do it sometimes. And I look at people and think, oh, if they were an animal, they would be And I always feel like people have like animal, not features, but animal energies about them. And I don't know if that's just because I'm a weirdo and I do weird stuff, but it's I'm pleased to know it's not just me. Harpreet, love dogs. Something about them just feel connected. Have to try meditation. You've done. So actually, well, seeing as you've reminded me, I'll tell you. My next Balm for the Soul session is on Thursday, the 7th of January. And my Balm for the Soul sessions, what they are is, it's a video session via Zoom. There's only 10 spaces for that one, and actually a few of them have been booked up already. I haven't shared this on the main page because it went into my Soul Circle, because my Soul Circle members get first dibs on stuff like that. But a few of my Soul Circle members have already booked up for Balm for the Soul, and so there we go. Harpreet's booked in. Jay was on my last Balm for the Soul session as well. So what that is basically everyone that's on there will get a reading, an oracle card, and then they'll get 3 tarot cards, and that will just be a mini reading there. Then what we'll do is just do kind of a nice bit of kind of a little bit of breath work. Then we'll go into a particular guided meditation, which I've written myself. For this particular session, it's my Beat the Blues one. So I've written that one last year, and I'd used it in a physical class when I used to do them at the studio in Pusey. And I'd done a physical meditation class using the Beat the Blues meditation. And that had a lot of really great, lovely feedback. So this one will be a Beat the Blues guided meditation that will talk you through to a certain point, and then it will kind of gently let you lead into your own independent meditation where you'll be there for about sort of 15-20 minutes just independently meditating. And then while you're doing that, I'll be doing kind of channeled healing and chakra balancing, and also kind of bringing my guides and just doing energy cleanse and refresh. So for that one, it is £15 for the session. However, let me check this out, and I'll put a link on. It's £15 for the session, but there is a discount on it. And if I can tell you what the discount is, I will do that right now. Let's have a look at some comments. Ryan, if I was an animal, what would I be? Do you really want me to answer that question? I don't know, actually. When I seen you in Tesco's, your beard reminded me of a badger because you kind of got that grey bit in the middle. Let's have, where's my, I'm just going to look for my soul circle. There we go. I'll get you the link to book it if you would like to. And I will give you a discount code, not the soul circle discount code, because that's only for my soul circle peeps. There it is. Okay. I'm going to, oh crap. I don't know if I can actually, can I put this in here? Oh, there I am. Okay. Book it if you would. Right, there we go. Pop that in the comments, and I believe that I'm just going to check back comments there. So that's it in the comments there, but there is a discount code, which let me tell you is okay. So if you're in my soul circle, then go into the soul circle group, and that will give you a specific discount code for soul circle members. However, if you are not in my soul circle, there is a discount code for you, but I need to find it. I believe it could be BALM 10, but don't hold me to that. Let me have a look and I'll find it. I'm trying to find stuff on the website. I can't find it. There it is, dashboard. Okay. Just looking at your comments. Yeah, so anyone that would like to book. Oh, Michelle, hello. How are you doing, lovely? Jay says that I have some good meditations. Thank you. So all of my meditations are completely channeled by me and written organically by myself. Oh, it says that I've got new comments. There we go. Okie dokie. I will be pulling some more cards in a minute. Okay, I'm just gonna get these codes up for you. Let's have a. Okay, so coupon, and actually, I do have some news to tell you about my 2021 guides. Okay, yes. So the code for that is, I'm going to pop that on. So if you want to book Balm for the Soul with 10% off, the soul discount code is, and it's all capitals, is Balm 10. Okay, so that's it there. So if you do want to book that, the link's in the comments, and you can click onto there and give that a little book. There we go. Yep, Michelle's in the Soul Circle. So yes, if you are in the Soul Circle, there is a post in there about Balm for the Soul, the session, and there's your Soul Circle members discount code in there. However, if you're not in the Soul Circle, then you can use the code here, BALM10, and that'll take 10% off for you. However, if you would like to join my Soul Circle, I may have a little oh, I've got a little video. Let me show you. How lovely was that? So looking at that one, if you do want to join the Soul Circle, this is what you get here included. You get daily affirmations, weekly tarot guidance, monthly tarot guidance. You get access to a monthly meditation audio. You get 25% members discount on readings, on healing sessions, and any events that come up. You get kind of first look at exclusive content. You can get, I'm going to be going live more in there. You get more in-depth readings. When I go live in the Soul Circle, you tend to get about 5 cards per reading. And there's a Facebook group, and actually there's now a members Discord channel, which is a dedicated little chat forum for Soul Circle members, which is really lovely. So there we go. Tried again. Page can't be found. Oh crap. Okay, let's have a. Let me have a look. Let's have a. Oh. All right, that's a bit of a night. Right, hang on, bear with me. Let me get the right one for you because I don't want you to not be able to book it. I will find it. I'm like singing along to myself, but I'm like an idiot. How did you ladies book it before then? It's in Soul Circle. So let's have a. Let me find it. Okay. Ah, that's why, because it's not the full code. Okay. My apologies. There we go. That should come up there. Okay, so it's the one in the comments. There we are. So if you click on that one in the comments, then that will take you to the right place. Oh, Michelle, cheeseburger and salad. Oh, I had chicken casserole with pasta. Now, I don't know if this is a normal thing. Sometimes I have it with mash and sometimes I have it with pasta, and it's all very odd because I never know kind of which way I'm going to go. But let's have a look. Okay, so I am going to look back for the comments. Oh, Jame and Owl during a meditation. Yeah, meditation's very very good for a lot of things and connecting in. Yay, Emily, you are on. You managed to catch me live. Woohoo. Let's have a. I'm just kind of. Ouch. That's a. I was only describing it because your beard. I couldn't see you properly. You had a mask on. Okay, so yeah, try that new link now that I've popped in and go from there. There you go. Michelle loves the Soul Circle. So if you want to join the Soul Circle, you can find out more about it. I'll put a link in for the Soul Circle as well. You can find it on the website, but because I'm nice, I'm gonna give you a link right here. So this is the Soul Circle link. You can find out how to join that, how to become a member, and it is a paid membership, but there's no commitment to it. You don't have to join for a certain amount of time, or you just kind of, if it's not for you at any point, you can leave. And I'm not going to be like, you've got a contract, because that's not what it's like. It's a nice space, and I've not had anyone leave yet, which is nice. But yeah, I get lots of nice feedback from ladies in there, and I am growing it. I'm constantly adding to it. I've got big plans for it for 2021. But those that are in it now will stay in it for the price that they pay, and there is going to be a price increase next year, but that's because there's going to be a lot more to the Soul Circle. So there you go. Pat says the Soul Circle is amazing as well. Okie dokie. Right, I'm going to go back to having a look. Oh, okay. I'm going to go right. D, I want to pull for you. Right, let me know if you want, because I've got 2 sets of cards. So I've got the Oracle card deck tonight, the 7 energies, and I've got the tarot deck. So let me know if you would like Oracle or if you would like tarot. I've got so much stuff here. I've got, my desk is just crazy at the minute because I've been working on all my challenge and everything last week, but I'm also working on a commission as well, because if you don't know, I also, aside from all of this Anavea wonderful stuff, I'm also an animal portrait artist, and I'm working on a horse commission right now, which is a big A3 size one. So that's kind of in the mix. I've got that to do. I've got Christmas to do. I've got all of this stuff to do. So if you know how I feel, drop me a me too in the comments. Okie dokie. Right, D's going to go for Oracle. Okay, so I'm going to pull for you, lovely. Right, D, you've got here Smoke and Mirrors. And this one, I feel like this is kind of going into your intuition. You already have a feeling about something, and I feel like you're just kind of second guessing yourself. Trust your instinct, trust your intuition, okay? Because it looks to me here that you've got a really strong idea that someone is not being completely honest with you, or there's kind of something fishy about someone, and something's not quite adding up, and you can't put your finger on it and you don't know why. And this is basically telling you to trust that niggle that you've got, trust that instinct, because with this Smoke and Mirrors, it's kind of saying that someone's trying to portray one thing to you, but they are not what they're trying to tell you they are. So from a kind of intuition aspect, you know that you can do that kind of stuff. You know that you're tapped in there. So yeah, really trust that niggle. And if something's not feeling right to you, whether it's about one particular person or whether it's just in general, but trust yourself. Yeah, there you go. You do trust yourself. But I feel like there's a particular person, and I want to go more to kind of a female here. So if there's a particular female around you that you're a bit iffy about, and I feel like for some reason it's not just your intuition, but I feel like there's someone around you of an intuitive nature. Okay, some sort of influence or someone around you of that kind that you're on the fence about them, to be honest. So there's a reason for that. Okay, so kind of go with what you're thinking and don't try and convince yourself that they're probably a really good person and this, that, and the other. I think just stick to your guns there and make decisions based on that, not based on kind of waiting things out to see who they are or who they turn out to be. Because I feel there's a lot of empty promises there or misleading information there for you as well. So, oh, bless you. Well, you've hit the nail on the head there with that one, because you picked up on that already. But yeah, definitely. There you go, Emily. You are on there. Okay, Emily, which would you like? Would you like tarot? Would you like oracle? I don't know if you've commented. And Tanya, I'm going to come back to you after Emily as well. D, you are very, very welcome. Okay, right. Things disappear and turn up somewhere else. Oh, yeah, that's quite a common thing in this house. And I always think I'm going crazy. Right. Emily, I feel like I've got my hands on a pack. Okay, and I don't think you've commented what one, but I've got my hands here for you, Emily. I'm on the tarot for you for some reason. So let's have a look and see. Yeah, this year, I don't know, the last part of it has gone really fast, but actually it's the middle of the year. Obviously, I was working on Claire's tarot deck, and it was a big project, so I was kind of hoping that I'd have more time. And we got it done kind of in time for the launch date, because Claire wanted to launch the cards for her birthday. And we did that in plenty of time, which was fabulous. But yeah, I spent a lot of the year kind of really from like June to September. I spent a lot of it just hoping that the time was going to lengthen. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's kind of been the hot summer months, and then now it's winter. It's very, very odd. Talk of the devil, and she will be there. There we go. Claire's just messaged me. Her ears must have been burning. So Emily, for you, I'm going to pull that one. I want to pull two. Okay, so you've got the wheel in reverse, and you've also got the Knight of Swords there. What I want to say to you is any goals or anything that you've got in particular, especially where training or study or some sort of learning is involved, if you want to do it, go for it. Because in this one, I feel like it's not what other people expect you to do, or maybe what they want you to do. But here I'm feeling like there's something that you're very strongly drawn to. And I almost get the impression that you're looking to other people for their advice and their opinions. And while kind of they're very valid opinions and they're kind of telling you in your best interest, I do feel like they're not in the same mindset as you. So they're not going to give you the advice that is the advice for you and where you're at right now. I don't know if this is you or if this is me, but I've got a really kind of, oh, hang on. You can't see because you commented, but in here, I've got a really strong ache there. It's like a muscular ache. Whether that's you, maybe it's even me. But yeah, looking at this one, I'm kind of, don't let others put your plans off. I feel like going back to October, there's something that maybe came about that you were quite keen to do. And for some reason, it's almost like you need other people to do it with you. So I'm not sure what it is that you're looking at doing or thinking about doing. But in this case, that one's giving me that you're more than capable of doing it on your own. Don't be afraid to kind of go out and do it on your own, or do it without the support of the usual people that would be there. I'm going to pull one other one again there as well, because the Nine of Swords, this one tells me that any kind of anxieties or worries or anything that you've had are just kind of settling down. And I think actually just kind of surrender into it and just becoming yourself, not worrying too much what other people think or kind of taking on other people's input, because it's more important for you to follow what you think and what you believe. And as well, I kind of get a sense of it's a recurring theme, I think is what I'm trying to, recurring theme, because I feel kind of where you and yourself are concerned, but also kind of running through family and all kind of stuff like that. Don't feel like you need to seek other people's advice or approval of what to go for. Do what you feel is right and go with that, because I feel like someone somewhere along the line is probably going to give you either wrong advice or kind of advice that's lovely but not in your best interest, so it's not going to take you to where you need to be. So make sure that you are just kind of take on board other people's thoughts and other people's opinions, but essentially just make sure that you're doing what feels right to you. So it's kind of a recurring theme tonight, actually. It's a lot of people trying to look elsewhere or please other people for answers and whatnot. So let's have, right, Tanya, you're going to be next. I'm just going to check because my phone's going off like no tomorrow. Okay, right. Let me just message her because she's sending me loads of messages. Right, there we are. Let's have a look. April, you're on. Hello, lovely. How are you doing? Right, so going back to, okay, Tanya, we've got you. I'm going to go, Tanya, you wanted tarot, didn't you? Okay. And do a shuffle. I feel very much in the throat chakra for you as well. Very throat chakra, very communication. Oh, there we go. Emily. Well, makes a lot of sense. Yes, you're sure that there you go. I think feel for you as well. I've got, if you've got some sort of like a bath salts, but not just a standard Epsom one, some sort of bath salts with like, I don't know if you've got like lavender bath salts or arnica bath salts or something like that, go for that. That might help you. There we go. Okay, so Michelle's going to buy Claire's new ones. There we go. Yeah, so if you would like a pair, a deck of tarot cards, you can buy Claire's on her website, which all the artwork on it was drawn by these fair hands. Right, so Tanya, for you, I feel like I want to go 2 and see. Right, okie dokie. Right, for you, Tanya, I'm very drawn to money, but money in the ways of the heart. There we go. And I know, Tanya, that you've been doing a lot of fundraising lately as well. So the way I'm seeing money, this isn't career based. This is kind of probably more drawn to the fundraising. But I feel like for you, in this sense, it's kind of like for you, it's kind of 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And this is almost like you've the fruits of your labor, you've kind of done all this stuff to achieve something, but then this is someone else that's kind of coming along to kind of piss on your fire a little bit, if I can speak bluntly. What I want to say to you is don't settle and think that the work is done. And I know that may seem a bit patronizing to you, but I feel like there's more to add, and not in the way of kind of to add to the effort, because you're putting in obviously 100% effort. I feel like there's something else that's more of a, I'm kind of coming away from the cards, tapping into, I feel like something legal, some sort of paperwork document, some sort of, I feel like it's an old document as well. So whether it's referring back to some sort of law or some sort of kind of birth paperwork or something like this, but it's not kind of paperwork that's been newly signed. It's going back to old paperwork. And I feel like I'm going into kind of, I'm getting like rights here. And I feel like as well, and this is really annoying, I feel like there's someone that can help you, but for some reason they are not helping you, or they're just taking a step back, as if to say it's kind of not my business. So I'm going to pull another card for you, because looking at this one. Okay. I want to go to, for some reason, the number 8 is, I've pulled out 8 here for you, Tanya. The number 8 is very poignant for some reason, but I keep getting trees here for you in like nature, and I feel like kind of there's a sense of wanting to put those roots down, but those roots keep being moved. And it's almost symbolic of all the progress that you're making. And it's kind of like you're kind of putting your feet in the ground to say, like, yeah, this is it. I'm getting somewhere. And you're thinking, right, this tree, there's strong roots in the ground, but then somehow this tree's uprooted and moved somewhere. I'm trying not to swear because I'm feeling like I can feel your passion and I can feel your energy through this, and I'm getting like really passionate about it. But again, the number 8, I want to go to, what are we, December? I'm really drawn to the summer, and not summer gone, but summer coming. There's another thing to add on there, but I feel like in the meantime, any of this kind of paperwork, it's like an old document of not a scroll, it's not that old, but it's some official document that's kind of, I get the feeling that it's been lost or forgotten about. Okay, so this one, going back to this card, there's someone there that's kind of acting like they're on your side, and I feel like they're just kind of taking the piss a little bit. So what I would say from a money perspective, I would be very careful of who you pay, especially who you pay to help you in kind of legal and documentation matters, because I feel like they have some sort of progress or some sort of answer there for you, but they're just they're leading you down the garden path a bit longer. And I feel like it's really pissing me off, because I feel like for them, obviously you've got all this heart chakra here, all this green, your motive is so kind of heart-centered, so passionate, and this person here is just all about the money, and it's horrible. Really, I'm not going to say the F word, but I'd be very careful about who you're welcoming in to help you, even though you kind of want to take all the help you can get. But I think at this point, you need to be very choosy about who you're welcoming in. If I'm looking at kind of paperwork, I feel like I want to go, right, the words, I can read them in English. Okay, so I'm gonna take a punt and say that is British paperwork. It's not from foreign countries. I'm seeing very big the word right, R-I-G-H-T. For some reason, I want to say 4th or 5th. Don't know what that means. But then there's kind of like some sort of, what's it called? Like, hang on, let me draw the thing. Like a rosette type thing on this document, but it's very old. It's almost like kind of, it's not fresh paper. It's not terribly old paper, but it's not fresh. It's kind of gone a bit funky on the edges. But yeah, I think the main thing of this is keep doing what you're doing. I think you'll have more changes, positive changes coming up closer to the summer. However, just be very wary of who you are welcoming in to help you, who you are paying money to, and who's kind of making all these promises or telling you that things can't be done, because I think they're kind of having you on a bit. And there's, I'm picking up like a male energy as well. So I'm not keen on this male energy. I feel like there is a female out there that's going to be able to help you more so than this man is. So, I need to kind of like, that is some, I need to actually, I've been painting, I've got a lid open with this stuff. It's not Terps, it's called Zest It. It's pencil blend, but it's kind of like an alcohol-y, chemically, like kind of like Terps, and it's open and it's making me like, whew. There we go. So hopefully that's kind of, that's right. Hope I can, like, honestly, I can feel your passion in there. But hopefully that kind of helps you or gives you some sort of insight as to what's coming or where to go next. But looking next at, I've lost my pretty little pictures. There we go. There we are. Right, I'm just looking back through and seeing, I've missed loads then because I was on like a real passionate, like, let's have a see who is on. Okie dokie. Right, let's go to, let's have a look. Right, Claire, let's pull for you. It's very, yeah, but I can feel the energy. Right, Claire, if you let me know if you would like a oracle card or a tarot card. So I've got both of them tonight. I feel like I need to kind of do this so you can see my hair. It still looks long. I feel like It's very much. Someone said to me the other day that I look similar to Emma Stone, and I was like, I don't know. And now I've had my hair like this, I'm actually like, oh yeah, I can kind of see it ish. But yes, there we go. Claire, let me know which one, and then Michelle and Pat, I will come to you. Right, okay, Claire, Tara for you. Okay. Right, Michelle, I'll pull for you next, and then I'll pull for Pat afterwards. How long have I been on? What's the time? Well, just over an hour, so not too bad. Right, let's pull. Oh, thank you. Right, okay. Right, okay, Claire, for you, this one I've got this one's bringing up some sort of financial matter, but not in a terrible way. Let me pull. I need more on this one. It's a bit vague. Okay. I'm not sure on that one. I'm gonna reshuffle because they don't feel right to me. Okay. Let's have a look. Right, let's go this one. Okay. Oh, okay. Same colors and right. Well, there we go. Yeah. Again, you've got heart chakra and you've got money there as well. I feel like this kind of. It seems really cliche because obviously Christmas is coming up and people are buying stuff for people and there's all secrets. But I feel like there is some secret spending going on, and I don't know if this is you or them, but I would be very very wary of who is spending what, and especially if someone's telling you that they're spending on one thing and they are not, or if they've taken care of something financially. So yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, I feel like there's kind of financial stuff going on. Okay, yeah, looking into this one, I feel like for you, Claire, there's a man in your life at the minute that's a bit kind of reckless with finances. I also feel like you need to be kind of careful in a way. They're telling you one thing about finances or finances. What am I on about? Finances. They're telling you one thing, but then they're actually kind of doing something differently. And yes, while it's Christmas going on, while everyone's doing little secret gifts and that, I feel like this is a bit deeper than that. And I almost want to go back to like kind of spring, summertime about some sort of financial stuff that's happened from earlier, kind of middle of the year coming up to now. So I'd very much be yeah, I'd very much be wary of that. I don't feel like it's something that you can just outright ask, but it's something that is going to come to light. And kind of looking at these, I'm feeling, let's have a yeah, I'm feeling over the next 2 months something will come to light financially, but you need to be very careful because the financial decisions are tied to you. So just kind of be very wary of what they're doing and what they're spending and what they're spending their money on. So I don't know if that's a partner or kind of, I don't know, maybe a child, someone close to you. Definitely a male energy, but I feel like this kind of this male around you is, it's a weird one. It's not money trouble. It's just the way in which they're spending their money is just, there's something I'm not entirely iffy about. I'm not making sense now. I don't feel work. I feel like it's closer to home than work. But you're going to be the one that kind of ends up fixing it, and that's, it's not meant for you to fix it, but I feel like you're going to be the one that kind of takes the fall for it, so to speak. So just be very careful. Yes, it is someone with dark hair. There we go. So in that one, it's kind of like, I feel like you're bound to them, and for some reason you've got this kind of protective energy over them, and that's not in a bad way. It's almost like a kind of a motherly energy to them. Like you want to look after them, you want to make sure that they're doing okay, you want to make sure that they are okay, but just be very, very careful, because I don't want you to get sucked in to someone else's problems. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, Rebecca's all booked for, actually, I think that's, yes, I have had an email come through. So Rebecca's booked for the Balm for the Soul. So if anyone does want to book, I'm trying to think how many spaces are left now. There's 10 spaces altogether. So I think there's probably about 6 spaces left. They've been in your life since the summer. Yeah, there's something like around about summertime, spring, summer, this person, it's like, so yeah, just be very careful, because I feel like there's kind of some deception there about finances and spending and whatnot. So there we go, Michelle. Yeah, I think kind of Tanya's got an idea of the kind of the subject of what I was mentioning. It's just obviously the exact document is going to be pretty detrimental. Let's go to, okay, so Pat, you wanted a tarot. Okay, so let's pull for you. Oh, Fred, you're on watching. How are you doing? There we go. Okay, so Pat, for you, let's pull and see what you've got. Okie dokie. Oh, right, Pat, for you, you have got the Hanged Man, okay? And I've got the number 12. We're in this month as well with the 12th month. For this one, I'm seeing here that this one is kind of like you, rather than standing on your own 2 feet, like this is kind of like everything's turned up on its head. And I want to say to you, I feel like I've said this to you before, but not to run before you can walk in this sense. And I feel like you've done lots of build up here, but I feel like physically things need to kind of tie in as well. So I feel like there needs to be more alignment. And I don't mean that, that's not to say in the way of kind of like any exercise or stuff like that, whether that might be what you do, but I feel like the kind of the mind and the body needs to be aligned. So while you're kind of up in your mind doing all of this lovely stuff, like all this intuitive work, all of this learning, I feel like you physically need to go to places. I know it's a bit difficult at the minute, but physically go to these places, feel the energy there, sit in these places, kind of experience them physically as well as mentally and intuitively. Because with this one, I feel like that's going to give you more of a whole package. And this month especially, I feel like there's a lot of good energy coming in for you. You're kind of finishing off this year, kind of wiping the slate clean to move into next year. So this month, kind of release anything from the year that's still kind of clinging on, that's not going to serve you. Take forward anything, obviously, that you want to keep, all this positive work that you've been doing for yourself. Take that forward and kind of set yourself almost like a bucket list of places you want to go to, like even just in the UK or even locally, just places you want to go to, or things that you want to do, kind of even just like sitting out in nature and kind of tying in. I've got as well, I can taste something. Oh, what is that? All right, there's something I can taste. It's kind of like the only way I can describe it, and I don't know where this even fits, it's like one of those boiled sweets, but it's like an orangey flavour. I've not had one of them for years. You know, the ones that come in the little wrappy packets. I don't know where that comes in, but that just literally, like, that taste came right into my mouth. But yeah, for you, kind of getting out physically, exploring. And that's not to say that you've got to kind of hop on a plane and go somewhere, or you've got to drive somewhere in the car. But if there's places local to you that you're drawn to, go out to them, experience them, get out in nature as well. And like I say, your mind's traveling to all these places and you're doing all this past life work and all this intuitive work, and it's amazing. But like I say, the physical body needs to catch up with the mind and the intuitive mind there as well. So that is for you there, lovely. And Michelle, you wanted Oracle. So let's go for you. Let's have a look. So I'm going to do Michelle's one, and then I'm going to have another little chit chat about my Footloose post. I'm going to read that to you. I can still taste it. Michelle says, love boiled sweets. I haven't actually, but I never liked the orange ones, and I can taste it. It's that very artificial orangey smell there. Oh, there you go. That's the one that I want. Okay. Oh, okay, Michelle, for you. I feel like I need to pull another one. Okay. So you've got, ooh, a powerful move and waking the lion. Okay, so there, Michelle, let me know when your birthday is, what star sign you are. Okay, because I feel like for you, something is kind of really awakening in you. I'm very drawn to your sacral chakra, which is kind of the womb area. It's where we hold a lot of our feminine energy, our creativity, like our feminine power we hold there. And that one's kind of waking the lion, and you've got like almost like that fiery aspect there as well. And it's very much a sense of kind of you've woken up all of this power within you, and it's in there. But then this one is saying that you need to unlock it. Okay, so it's all there. I feel like it's not just awakened, it's reawakened. So it's been kind of quite awake before, but it's maybe kind of gone down. But this one, the powerful move, this one is saying to me to kind of feel the confidence in unlocking that, in letting that all out, and really kind of coming into your own and embracing that power, because it's all very, very well that it's there, but you're not using it, and you need to use it. You need to kind of, I feel it's almost like this thing, it's like a safety. This is your safety shell, but you need to unlock that shell and just kind of really let yourself out there. Again, waking the lion. So this is like a confidence boost that's coming, but it's saying to you to embrace your power, embrace your skills, embrace your gifts. And again, I'm going more into like this intuitive side of you, the side of you where kind of you pick up on stuff and you can do all these other things. And I feel like you need to really just give that a push, because it's in there and it's needed. There you go. You can feel it. Yeah, you just definitely just let it out and embrace it. And I feel like for you, because I'm getting this Leo here, I feel like doing that work, building yourself up, doing any kind of, I don't want to say training. Okay. So what I want to say to you is, in the way of kind of intuitive learning, I don't want you to do training programs. Don't do programs or courses or anything like that. I feel like you need to learn to trust yourself in what you do. So go with what you feel you can already do and build on that and just practice, because you don't need any courses, any qualifications to add, because you're already so good at what you do. You just need to kind of get that muscle going and kind of into a more spiritual way of being. So kind of doing your meditation and going into kind of anything like immersing yourself, going for a walk in nature and all stuff like that. I feel like you need to kind of embrace that spiritual way of being, so you can kind of give a home to all the stuff that you do, because I feel like it's been suppressed and it's time to come up and let it out. So that is for you. Right, there we go. Right, Fred, let me know if you are still here. Where are you at? Oh, where have you gone? There you are. Okay, Fred, let me know if you're still on, and I will pull for you, and then I'll pull for some others as well. Okay, I think there is a child coming down the stairs. No, there's two children there. They're just chatting amongst themselves. I'm not picking up on spirit. They're like genuinely my own children. Right, Fred, you're still here. Fabulous. Okay, let's have a look and pull for you, see what the cards want to say. Okay. Oh, okay. One's just come out there. Right, 3 of Wands. I'm going to pull another one just to go alongside that. Okay, so you've got the 3 of Wands and you have got the World in reverse. Michelle, you are very, very welcome. Okay, so on this one, Fred, for you, you've got the 3 of Wands and you've got the World in reverse. I feel like for you, this card is very kind of contemplative. Like you're looking, like almost kind of looking out as if like, what's your next move? Where are you going to go next? And it's almost like you've got that cat there. And I don't feel like it's curiosity for you. For some reason, I feel like it's quite the opposite. I feel like you almost have a strong handle on what's going on in your life right now. It's almost like an escape, so to speak. So rather than kind of looking forward to what's the next big thing to come, it's like you just kind of want to step back from everything and just kind of keep stuff at arm's length to have a break. I'm looking at this one here as well. This is giving me, I've got the 2019. Right, for some reason, I'm very drawn to go back to last year. about whatever's happened, and I feel, I don't know, something family related in this one. But then for this one, this is looking like over the next three months, I feel like things are gonna, there's new opportunity there for you, but I feel like you're looking in the wrong place. And to look at this card, it's very much state of mind. I feel like you're almost down in the dumps a little bit, and you're kind of, your state of mind's not as upbeat as it should be or as it could be. And in this instance, what I would say to you is that there is opportunity there, and rather than kind of looking for an escape route, kind of turn your perspective, look at what's already there, look at what you can do from what you've already got in place and how you can work it. I've also got here for you that there's little birds there, and that one normally gives to me that there's people around you, more so in spirit, and I'm not picking up on them kind of from a medium point of view, but from the cards, excuse me. Oh, I feel like almost emotional now. So I feel like you've been for a bit of a shit time lately, and what I want to say to you from that one is you've got people around you, kind of their spirit and their energy, that are almost like willing you on, and they're kind of, they're cheerleading you pretty much, just kind of say like, look, like just kind of turn slightly this way, because I feel like when you're looking that way, you're seeing all of this bad stuff. Whereas if you just slightly shift your perspective and how you look at things, there's actually more opportunity there. So it's a case of just adapting your mindset, adapting how you look at things and how you see things. And what I would say as well for you, I'm very drawn to the water. Actually, oh, you've got a boat as your picture, but I'm looking at it from that point of view. I feel like if you want to kind of really clear your mind, go into the water and kind of listening to the waves or to the movement of that still water, and just kind of being at one with it, at one with your thoughts, and just finding peace in knowing that you don't have to fix everything right now. It's more a case of just adjusting your perspective, seeing what you've got, what you can do, and just, yes, I'll be there in a minute. No one's playing because it's bedtime. No, it's bedtime. Lost my train of thought now. Yeah, just shift your perspective. And it's not kind of me saying, oh, you're feeling like crap, just be a bit happier. That's not what I mean by saying shift your perspective. It's kind of, things may look like a pile of shit at the minute, but it's about kind of digging through it to find that there may be one tiny thing there that's still good, but you can still find it and it's still there. Okay, so find that good thing, allow it to grow, to flourish, and actually things will get a bit better. I'm very drawn into kind of work and home life with this one as well. So over the next 3 months, so kind of February into March, things will feel a lot better. So that is for you. Hopefully that makes sense, and it's a bit of reassurance there for you as well. Let's have a look. Michelle, you are very welcome. Okay, let's have a look back. Let's have a Kaduki. Right, Alexandria, an oracle for you. Oh, goodness me, I'm not yawning at you, I promise. Oh, dearie me. Right, I'm probably going to stay on for another, not too much longer, to be honest. Yeah, I won't be on for too long because it's getting on a bit. It's 10 past 10. But obviously you can catch me live on here every Tuesday evening at 9:15. Actually, what's next Tuesday evening? If it's, don't know, let's have a look. Yes, the 22nd. I will be live next Tuesday evening. I might even wear my candy cane dress for you. So yes, let's have a look. Alexandria, for you. Okie dokie. Right, here I've pulled for you. Yes, opening to discovery. And on this one, what I'm seeing here is that something has opened up with it. Something sparked your interest. And I don't know if it scares you or if it intrigues you, but you should definitely explore it. I feel like looking at this one, it's something that's kind of maybe been within you for a while, and it's just either reappeared or it's been in your subconscious and you've not been aware of it, but something's come to you and it feels familiar and you're really intrigued by it. And this is basically to say, go for it. Kind of trust that curiosity to go in, and looking at it there, it's already unlocked. You've already got that key to get in there, but it's not a case of unlocking it and opening it because it's already there. It's just there for the taking to explore. So what? Oh, I've got a really sore elbow as well. I'm really. It's kind of this bit into there. I don't know if that's for you or who that's for, but that's really come to me. It's almost like a nerve feeling in there. I'm going to pull another card for you because I want to just see more on this one. Okay, time machine. Right, that makes sense. Okay, so this for you, there's something in your life that's coming up that you have done in a past life, and that's why it feels familiar. Even if it's nothing that you've done in your conscious waking life, you've done this in a past life and you've been there before, and this is kind of the universe giving your soul back that opportunity to rediscover this this kind of pathway and this skill. So looking at this one, I'm very drawn to something that's very heart-centered, very much. I feel like for you, for some reason, I'm very drawn to woodland or forests, or like lots and lots of trees. Oh, you have got nerved out. Okay, that makes sense. Because I've got some deep freeze. I might have to put that on. Yeah, I'm feeling very much kind of. For you, it's kind of. I'm going to go opposite to what I said to Pat, because where I said to Pat, she's done all of the work up here. Now she's got to physically travel. I feel like for you, you need to go up into. Oh, excuse me. Up into the mind. Up into your kind of your intuitive mind, and also go deep within, kind of doing that soul work, doing some maybe past life regression, looking into what you've done before, because this is kind of giving you you've got the keyhole, kind of like through the keyhole looking aspect there. So this is saying it's time to revisit what you've already done before in previous lifetimes, because that's why it feels so familiar to you. So whatever you're being called to do, even if it seems completely random or completely irrelevant, I would go for it. I would trust your niggle and I would explore it. So hopefully that makes sense for you. With this, whatever's going on here, I feel like for some reason, I feel like it's very cold, really cold. Oh, my little sister's saying that I'm amazing. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm picking up your arm. For me feels cold, and I don't know if that's saying to put cold on it or put heat on it. I'm getting, for you, if you can't swim in, like a breaststroke, but obviously you need to be in the water for that. By way of that, maybe try some swimming or like a hydrotherapy. I don't know if you already do that, but water coming in very strongly if you're not looking at the cards, but water by way of that, and also keeping hydrated as well. So as well as immersing yourself in it, making sure the water's going in and really hydrating your body there. Oh, you're all saying such lovely things about me. Oh, Michelle says this life seems enough already. Do you know what though? So with past lives, it's a case of kind of we are just a vessel for our soul. And I'm going to get a bit preachy and a bit deep here. We are just a vessel for our soul. And it's kind of like, if you imagine it's your car, okay? Imagine you start off with, you pass your test and you've got a bit of a banger, and it'll do. And you pootling along, and then you learn to drive a bit better. So then you're more confident. And then once you've kind of not mastered it, but when you've got the knack of it, then you like move up. You get a newer car. It's a nicer car. This car's sort of ticking some more boxes. Okay, so you've moved on up to your next car, just like your soul's moved on from one vessel into the next. So it's into your lifetimes, and then you kind of, oh yeah, that car's up, but then I want a nicer car. So you're kind of ticking up. And it's a bit weird that I would use the analogy of cars to describe like souls and past lives and all the kind of reincarnation type stuff. But it's like that. That's what our souls do. Our souls essentially have a checklist of things that that they need to do, that they need to experience, that they need to help our living bodies through to essentially allow them to ascend and become higher beings. So, oh, goodness me. Our souls will carry forward skills that we've used before, they'll also carry forward trauma sometimes. So past life trauma is a thing. If your soul has been through things in a past life, it could affect you in this living life, and you may not kind of understand how and why and what that is. It could be something as simple as a really obscure phobia. It could be something that's kind of something that's deeply rooted within you and you can't quite explain it. And then there's also kind of skills that can be carried forward, things that you're good at and whatnot. But then another like past life trauma thing could be a lot of us light workers that are around now are kind of starting to really let ourselves out. People are beginning to wake up to everything. And just laughing at Trudy. I think I was rich from my previous life because I'm really good at spending money. Oh, bless you. Do you know, it's funny though, because like in your past lives, we kind of have balance. So in one past life, you could be someone that has been someone of power, maybe of royal, the girls are out, someone of power, someone of royalty, someone that's not really had to work hard for what they've got. It's kind of a birthright of what they were born into. And then in the next life, you might be born into poverty or adversity, or kind of having to do that hard work because your soul's kind of done all this cushy royalty kind of lifetime. And then the next one, it's got to kind of learn that balance to compensate and to kind of have all these different life lessons, I suppose. So it's carrying it forward. But going back to kind of all the light workers, all the intuitives are kind of having this awakening right now. But there's so many of us kind of that are intuitive, that do have the gift, as some people call it, and they're afraid to put themselves out there. And that can lead back to past life trauma, because a lot of us that are intuitives and light workers and whatnot, we've been like witches in the past, and we've kind of, a lot of us have been burnt at the stake or been drowned or whatnot, kind of all the witch trial type of things. And that goes back to like, that's that deeply rooted trauma of showing ourselves and our skills and from what we are, that will be persecuted. And it's kind of, those of us that are alike are so lucky to be here in this time now, because it's kind of, this is the time in history when all the kind of intuitive work, light work, psychics, all this alternative therapies and stuff, apart from going back to all the old ways, like the ancient ways, here at this time, it's the most accepted it has ever been in history. So we're at a good time right now to kind of let ourselves out of the spiritual closet. So if you're in the closet still and you're an intuitive and you know that you've got the gift, or you can do things, you can feel things, you can see things, you can pick up on things, then get out the closet, be out there and just own it, because there's no better time to be out there than now. Alexandria, I hate balloons, don't like them. Oh, well, that's an interesting one. So, oh, hello. You should be right. It's nearly 10:30 and you should be in bed asleep by now, because you told me this morning that you were exhausted, didn't you?
No, this afternoon.
Well, this afternoon you said you were exhausted. Give me a big squeeze and then off to bed.
I didn't came down to ask for a snack. Let me think.
What did you come down for?
Just like after my movie, there was the special features, and I watched all of them, but then it went back and it didn't go to the main menu.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a squeeze and I'll come up.
I'm nearly nothing to watch.
Well, you shouldn't be watching anything right now because it's nearly 10:30 and you should be sound asleep, Missy Moo. Well, up you go, and I'll come up. I'm going to finish up in a minute and then I'll come up and tuck you in. No, you shouldn't be playing at all. You should be in bed asleep. It's my bedtime now. I'm going to be coming up for bed in a minute. Auntie Liney says, "No night, Princess Emmy." Right, go on then. Up you go. The joys. Well, can I just play 10:20 and who she thinks she is? Trudy, sometimes yes, we did have a thing that had a chat about the animals, didn't we? Yeah, it's quite common that you can, especially if you're a medium and you can pick up on people, it's quite common that you can pick up on animals as well, or just animals. That may be kind of your niche. When I was doing a lot of my mediumship readings, excuse me, yeah, me. When we used to do a lot of the mediumship readings, I could pick up on animals and pets and things, and that was quite interesting. April Sun does that too. Oh, goodness me. Right, I am going to go in a minute. I'm going to try and do a couple. Right, Dawn, let's pull for you because you've been on, you've asked. Let's pull. I'm going to go in for the tarot. I'm probably going to do like 3 more. Michelle's bedtime is soon. Well, she's getting on a bit as well, so I don't want to keep you, lovely lot. Okay, Dawn, I've got for you this one. And so these cards keep coming out tonight. Okay, so Dawn, I've got the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles for you. What I'm seeing here is actually this is quite some good cards for you. I feel like in this one with your feminine power, you're owning it at the minute. You're really owning that feminine power, and I feel like for you financially, you're starting to stand on your own 2 feet, but you're doubting yourself for some reason. Okay, so don't doubt yourself. Don't kind of give in to any fear. Go forth with it and kind of stick with it, because I feel like for you, there is a conventional way of making money and of keeping things going, but then there is another way that is kind of, I feel like there's perhaps a way that you were being told that you need to earn money and whatnot, and then there's this other way that you actually enjoy and it is making you money. So that I feel like you need to stick into, you need to grow it. And if you haven't yet got into it yet, I'm very drawn to say hang on, by April, kind of building up whatever this is, and allowing yourself to really, excuse me, see, when it's like Pringles, isn't it? Once you pop, you just can't stop. Yeah, I think between now and April, things can really build for you, and especially in this way. This is you're kind of standing there on your own 2 feet. You're making your money, and this here is someone coming along, try to say to you, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not right." But you can do what the hell you like. Like this is saying, like, you can do it. You enjoy the fruits of your labor, and don't let anyone tell you different. And whether that's financially or whether that's in what you do as a hobby or anything else that you do, those cards for you, Dawn, are basically saying if you enjoy something, if you like it, if it makes you feel good, then you damn well do it. Okay. Anyone that tells you that you can't do it or that you shouldn't do it or that's not what they do, tell them to piss off. Like, seriously, I think that you need to just own it. Be you. And if anyone doesn't like that, then that's their problem. That is not your problem at all. So do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel like you're in alignment, and do what you feel really called to do, even if that is not the conventional way to do it. That is for you, my lovely. Okie dokie. April, yes, absolutely. I will pull one for you. Right. I am very drawn to... thought it was a spider then. It's not. It's just a fluff. Oh, April, let's go... Right, April, let's do tarot for you as well, lovely. Right, let's have a... Levi, you should be in bed. That elf's listening out for you. Normally it works. I expected to hear little feet running then. Okay, so April, let's go for you. Okay, I'm going to pull 2. Right, you've got the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Cups in reverse. Oh, are you really good? Ah, goodness me. Okay, what I'm getting for this here is that I feel like where children are concerned, I feel like your mind is a bit split here. And with this one, it's kind of a case of, do you just kind of do things just to kind of, just for an easier life? Or do you kind of take a stand and say what's what and kind of look at whose best interests are more important to you? With these cards, I feel like there is kind of maybe a bit of a sensitive subject in there, but I feel like with children, where children are concerned, I would be looking at what they would prefer rather than what seems to be best. And I know that seems a bit backwards because, like, who are children to know what's best for them? But I feel like looking at children, I'm very drawn to children's emotional point of view or their emotional well-being, and kind of yeah, I feel like over the next kind of 4 weeks, especially, it's down to you to kind of, I feel like you're kind of in two minds about something. And do you just kind of bury the hatchet? Do you just kind of put a rug over things for now just to have a happy Christmas or whatever? Or do you kick up a stir, but then essentially your children are happier? Oh no, it's frozen. Okay. Oh no, I hope I haven't frozen with a really ugly face. Oh no. Right, hang on. Let me take. Right, I'm back on. Let me know if it's still frozen. I know lately that the signal in the local area has been a bit iffy. Okay, let me know in the comments if it's still frozen, if I'm still here. And I'll kind of hang out and see if you can all still see me. Oh, bugger. Well, that's one way to get told to oh, I don't know. I think it could be the Wi-Fi. It has been a bit dodgy lately. I'm just going to hang on and see if you can still see me, if you can hear me talking. Please do comment and let me know. If not, then I will probably have to come off. Oh no, bless you. Okay. What I'll do is, I don't know, April, if you've if anyone can still hear me, then comment and just give me a yes. But I might be frozen, and I'm probably frozen with a really terrible expression on my face. Okay, no one's given me a yes, so I'm gonna assume. Oh, I'm back. Oh, yay! Did that freeze with a really ugly face? And I was just like, meh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. I'm back. Fabulous. Right, I'll take that banner off. Okay, so April for you. Basically, what I was saying is going into kind of Christmas time in the next 4 weeks, I think you need to kind of ask yourself, what do you want to come first? And a nice, easy Christmas, or would you rather that your children were happy? And at the end of the day, I would kind of personally, I'd make sure my children were happy every time. But I feel like that could create a bit of a rift because you're going to need to say things to people that they may not like, that they may not they may not agree with, and maybe plans put in place that maybe weren't the plan. But essentially, putting your children first over the next 4 weeks, which I'd imagine you would do anyway. But just kind of be aware that there will be repercussions from people that don't agree with what's going on and what you've said and what you've chosen. But at the end of the day, just kind of to kind of set the scene, I've almost got the impression that perhaps there's family saying, oh, I want to have them for such and such, or I want you to come and bring them to me, or I want to come and do this with them, when actually they probably don't want that, or there's a niggle there that doesn't sit right. And I feel like putting their happiness and their well-being first, regardless of who's going to whinge at you, who's going to fall out with you, because I feel like at the end of the day, you can't sacrifice your children's happiness just to kind of keep someone else from whinging, because I feel like this person's probably going to whinge anyway. So just do what's best for you, do what's best for your boys, and just have a lovely Christmas. If anyone wants to start their shit, just kind of put them, like, you don't need that shit in your life. Just kind of block them out, block them, and do what's right for you, do what's right for your boys, and have the confidence in knowing that you are doing the right thing. And also setting boundaries, okay? Setting boundaries and saying kind of what you are willing to accept, what is not on, and kind of in future what's going to happen from there on in. Okay, so bless you. Yeah, definitely kind of put put them first and their happiness. And yeah, there is going to be someone that's going to whinge at you, but I think that's just a little glitch in the road compared to your children's well-being and how they feel about things. So absolutely spend the time with them in a way that they would enjoy and be most happiest. So that is I think that's probably going to be me for readings for the evening, because obviously the kids are awake and I'm kind of losing concentration a little bit. But I'll message you. I'll do a little FaceTime with you, Liney. April, you are very, very welcome. So yeah, I was going to chat to you before I go about Footloose. Who of you seen my post on the main page, my Footloose post, about why actually I'm a bit more like Kevin Bacon than you might expect? You're very, very welcome. So yeah, the post that I put up basically runs through Footloose and the storyline of it. And I'd assume that the majority of you have seen Footloose before. And it just basically goes through the storyline of, obviously they're told that dancing will bring about corruption and they shouldn't do it. It's bad. And there are all these rules set in place about kind of they shouldn't do it because basically the council, the church decided that they shouldn't do it. And the post basically is about to say, like, who is anyone to tell you what you can and cannot do? And a lot of the time that kind of people set these rules and set these boundaries because they're scared. And just like in Footloose, when Ren kind of challenges them and says, well, actually, it's not that bad, and we're not going to bring about corruption, and it's all about standing up for what you believe in. And it also comes to the point where it says, even if people tell you that you still can't do it, it doesn't mean that you stop. Okay, and let me just stress that comes into context. If someone tells you to stop doing something, then in context, yeah, you should probably stop. But when someone is telling you to stop doing something that is actually not a bad thing, and that's what I'm getting at, is kind of, it doesn't mean that you should stop it. If you've got something that you're so passionate about that you love to do, and someone's kind of putting these barriers up there for you and telling you that you shouldn't do it, or that you should stop doing it, kind of like going back to Footloose, when the council says, no, we're not going to approve your dance, you can't have your dance here, they go off into the next town. Oh, girls, right? They go off into the next town and have their dance there. And that dancing at the end is just like, they have the best time. They're not corrupting anyone. They're not doing drugs. They're not doing all these terrible things that everyone thought they were going to do. And also with the post about Footloose, I was kind of saying, like, all the thing about dancing and corruption in the movie, like the perception is, it translates over into kind of the spiritual and intuitive world. So many people see it as a bad thing, or that it's terrible, or that they've been told that it is, so they're just led to believe that. And there's these people that see it as a bad thing, and then there's other people that actually are so immersed in it, they absolutely love it, and they're not doing any bad at all. And my favorite bit actually is where it kind of goes back to Willard. That's what's his name's dog from EastEnders? No, that's Wellard, isn't it? No, but going back to Willard from Footloose, in the movie, it's a kind of a thing that he can't dance, and then you see the montage that plays "Let's Hear It for the Boy," and Willard's giving it all of this and all of that, and Ren kind of breaks down the steps for him. He teaches him to dance. He kind of helps him out, and kind of very cheesily at the end of the post, it's like, that's me. I'm your Ren, and I will help you break down the steps to work it out, to be able to then piece it together at the end, and to be able to do what you couldn't do at the beginning. So whether that's just kind of from a way of guidance and me helping you from a point of you being somewhere in a frame of mind that you're kind of struggling into, me helping you out of that, to kind of knowing what's to come, what you could expect to happen, to then also kind of that coaching aspect. And at the minute, kind of with the business coaching that I'm doing and helping women that have intuitive and spiritual and holistic businesses, it's kind of helping you to kind of break things down into bite-sized manageable steps, to then help you then put it together in a way that makes sense to you, that you understand. So that's why at the end of it, it's like, I am your Wren and you are my Willard. So that is why I'm more like Kevin Bacon than you might think. But no, seriously, have a read of the post. It's on there. There's also a post about the movie Weird Science, and there's a post about 13 Going on 30 and The Devil Wears Prada all in one. And there's a short post about The Notebook, which I'm sure we all love The Notebook. Pat hasn't seen the post. Yeah, so go on the page, check it out. There's been quite a few posts up there lately, and there's going to be lots more storytelling posts. And actually the couple of posts that I've put on the past couple of days. So if you haven't checked out the main page, please do go on, have a look, have a read of some of the posts that are on there. And if I can, please do feel free to invite your friends to like the page, and to, if you see a post and you like it, to tag them in it. So, because it would be lovely to have more people around and watching and whatnot. So that's me for this week, for this Tuesday. Thank you all very much for watching, for spending the evening with me, and for checking out the new do. But yeah, I'll be back next Tuesday at 8:45 again. Do I go like, oh, actually, I might do you know what, this commission that I'm doing is nearly finished. I want to kind of finish it off by tomorrow evening, and then it will be done. But I will be doing more live commissions after Christmas, and that's, yeah, I have got one more to work on for Christmas, but that's a secret one. But yes, I will be going live doing some more of my animal commissions as well, and doing a little chit chat at late night. So yes, thank you all again so much for joining me and for coming on this evening, spending it with me, listening to me ramble on a pile of crap most of the time. But yeah, ever so grateful for you all being here, for supporting and watching me, and it's an absolute pleasure as always to spend the evening with you. So on that note, I will love you and leave you. Don't forget as well, there's a links in the comments for the Soul Circle and the Balm for the Soul session as well, and you've got the discount code on there. I'll put actually a post up in the main page for the Balm for the Soul session. So lots of love. I will catch you soon, and take care to you all.